Start recording. Hi. This is me playing a league match in the A division against BitterWurmcoil. I have to win exactly 3.5 games to secure, I think, like, non-demotion. I don't know if I have the ability to go to the finals if I get, like, 6-0 or something. I probably don't. This is a game where if we were Magic the Gathering players, we would intentionally draw here, I think. Because I have like a slightly large chance of still not demoting if I go 3-3, because then VR Smith has to do better than that against Yurgamome, I think. In any case, I plan to play each of these games to win, because that's what you're supposed to do, and that is a good tendency. This is an interesting thing to start with. I like... Oh. I'd like to do a groom and a sleigh here, because it's obviously fine if they collide. That's the whole deal with sleigh, because then I can gain a rope. There's not going to be a whole lot of sophisticated stuff here. In fact, I think that just gaining ropes and silvers ad infinitum is like kind of the best thing. Eventually you're going to want to do a highwayman. But even on like hitting early 5s, yeah, see, because I want to have a groom like right away. And so I don't really, I mean, trashing is nice. And in fact, it's hard to say exactly how to deal with infirmary, because, you know, if you get it early, it just trashes a card right away. I am going to do a sleigh. Interesting. This is a case where I think I have no reason not to turtle this. Yeah, maybe I do infirmary here. I'm sure that I do want a rope. Sorry, I have a lot of choices. I think that what this is I just plan to get a groom next turn and hope to put it in my hand and then use that to just be a groom, and then probably buy a rope here. Okay. This fails to have happened. No point in putting it off another turn. Right, so if I was holding my sleigh, what I would have done is gained a groom and put it in my hand, and it would have been awesome. And I kind of didn't even think about how I could do that, really, but I think that this just wants to be rope. And then I think I do like another sleigh. I think sleighs are pretty good. And I think that I will turtle it again. I think that I'm just going to end up turtling a lot of things. Grooms get a little bit awkward after the ropes are gone, and maybe I want to prolong the ropeness. But I'm not going to do that. Yeah, the kind of the reason to slay something, or to turtle the sleigh, was just in case I drew another sleigh and then I can exchange it for a horse. That might have been something kind of nice to do, especially if I drew 2 sleighs. But anyway, it feels like I don't know, it feels like she's gotten a large amount of ropes. Decided to commentate today. Yeah, see, that could have been the demand of something. to turtle this again. Or do I just want to use the sleigh next turn as a sleigh? I guess there's oh yeah, but then the sleigh goes back into my deck, yeah, and then also so do the horses. But all right, I'm just gonna play this as a thing right now. Problem is that 3s aren't very good right now. I don't think I want yet another sleigh. That sounds like it would be crummy, and I think that a silver is better than not having it. What I could have done is put the silver in my hand if I really wanted to buy a highwayman right now. I don't really need to do that, though. Especially, I'm probably going to get a chance to do that this shuffle. Wow. Why is your deck so awesome? I'm going to have a pretty awesome turn here. Okay, so that was a lie. But still, I mean, as I said, I get to just buy my highwayman here. And I think I do want to do that, even though I have kind of a lot of terminals, and we're at that point where the collision of sleigh with groom is not that nice. But highwayman is just a really nice card. Pendants are going to be good. I'm kind of not playing around the fact that King's Cash is going to be something that we want. But we definitely do. Yeah, I think that just planning to try to draw a lot of cards is going to be good. And there's only, there's only a little bit of ways to do that. Yeah, okay. So, as I said, my opponent's deck is just awesome, and I don't know why that is. Maybe the Infirmary opening was just awesome. I don't know. I kind of chose to commentate today, first of all, because I could. But second of all, because one of these matches, I think when I played against Yurika Mome, I just like stopped counting. Whoops, I almost clicked deny on that right away. I stopped counting something, and I had no reason not to do it. And if I just kept counting, I would have had a win. And I feel like if I'm commentating, it's like hard to justify that. Yeah, so pendant is to use one of these words again, kind of awesome for you. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna just play all my cards. I just think that King's Cash here is good enough. Like playing it on a rope is fine. I don't really like Demand actually that much because it makes it harder to hit the cards that I want to trash with rope. Yeah, I'll get a King's Cash first and then do a pendant and hope to be able to do both of them. Now gaining silvers is not something that I like so much. But gaining Cavon Voids is nice. But yeah, okay, so you're just playing a highwayman every turn. That's going to be hard to beat. Did you go first? I think I went first. No. She went first. Yeah. And just like another pendant too. Sounds good. It's not like she can really like trim the deck any better. It's just that every card in her deck is something that she wants, which is a bit awkward. That's not true for me. It's not gonna be false for that much longer. Okay, right. So I have all of my stuff. Oh yeah, state that I still have. Sure. Don't really see an appeal to getting another Highwayman. I'm just going to hope to draw it and fail. All good. And also not see my King's Cash. That's upsetting. Thinking about what it is that I want to top deck. Almost positively gaining a Cabin Boy here, so I'm just going to do that. I don't think I want to top deck the Cabin Boy, but I think a horse would be nice. Maybe I don't want to top deck anything. But I have the King's Cash down there, and I also have the Highwaymen, and I don't really know what else. No horses, apparently. And I have $3, $8, $11. So I can't buy King's Cash and a thingy pendant. I think I want to top deck at least a horse. Okay, I don't even have as much as I said. Brutal. Okay. I think I need at least one pendant. I don't think that the second King's Cash is that good. I mean, it is. But it doesn't let me demand something which I want to do. It's awkward that if I do demand, I'm not using this extra sleigh thing, but I don't think that I want to actually really do that. I don't know, screw it. Maybe I'm supposed to trash a silver here. But I was pretty sure that I have coppers down here. I have at least one Highwayman, and I'm going to say 2 coppers. I would also start trashing sleighs, because I don't need all the ones that I have. I'm not really doing anything with them. Yeah, here I'm hoping to find the pendant and also some ropes. It's quite possible that just gaining a horse is better than gaining a cabin boy, because just drawing cards leads you to getting so much money and buys because of the treasures. And by that I mean I should be playing sleigh instead of groom as my terminal. Not that I will usually do that anyway. Right, so I like to see her overdrawing, but of course now she's $25. Yeah. This is just all bad. Alright, so do I want to King's Cash the rope, which would be stupid? I guess I answered my own question there. But even King's Cashing the Silver doesn't do a lot. uh, Maybe I want to turn this sleigh into an infirmary or something stupid. Maybe this is just another King's Cash and Cabin Boy. That is not impressive. Let's top deck that, I think. No, I really want to find a copper, because I think I have the extra one. Okay. I mean, if they get another one of the good turns, then, like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Let's play this out, though. Shouldn't be trashing coppers if I am doing it. Alright, so I'm doing this. Okay, I'm also not drawing my King's Cash. Where is it? I wonder. Just gonna buy 2 duchies. Maybe I want to play another rope. Because I can King's Cash one of these if I want to. And also buy an estate. Not really clear to me whether that is worthwhile. Right, so that's the kind of turn that I can I can deal with. I'm gonna get rid of this. Wow, that is such an inauspicious. No, I'm not going to do that. See if I can draw another card. There's that estate. Okay. Do I do this? I think let's try this. I don't know if there's a possible way that everything adds up, and also my opponent is going to draw infinity cards. Okay. Yeah, that's GG. I did the busy work of it. Okay. No, I go first. Let's see if anybody's listening to me. There's a few people. Okay, cool. Let's see that I'm recording, which I think I am. Yes, I am. This is interesting. As first player, I get to attack. I'm almost positive that one of the cards I want to open with is a catapult. Catapult is awesome. There's definitely paging to do. Wow, this is a tricky one for sure. Goat herd is nice. Both of the kinds of draw are the kind of thing that is not super great after champion, but you just kind of do it. I think that catapult, March catapult is what I gotta do. Especially because if you want to march, then that means that more of the crud goes into your discard pile. I'd be sympathetic to a cage, but if you're getting catapult attacked, then they're pretty annoying. I was about to click on page or catapult again instead of page. That's the kind of thing that I do when I'm commentating. Yeah. Right, so what I'm hoping is that on the turn that they draw cage, the number of their turn will be 4, because then I get to play my attack. And I think it has to be a page here. Cage page opening. I think I want to go right ahead into stockpile. Could be like a March page idea too, but stockpile is just a good card. Yeah, that's like exactly what I wanted to happen. So here I have the choice between trashing a stain, trashing copper. Well, here, let's do this first. There isn't really a way for it to matter that they have more than $3, I think. Other than that ball would be nice, or that like farmlandsing a copper would be nice. I'm going to take this chance at trash an estate. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. And then I think I want to just get a stockpile. Okay, I think I had that wrong. I think that if I made them trash, then oh yeah, wait, okay, sorry. That they wouldn't have been able to buy a stockpile, or if I made them discard, because I forgot that when you have catapult and 2 coppers, that's $2. So that's just my arithmetic error. I'm going to march this and buy a stockpile. Yeah, this is a game that feels very good thus far. Gonna probably expect to be able to farmhand something here. Farmhands is just such a great card. Oh darn. I wish it wouldn't. Yeah, like if I don't know, if I draw a catapult, I'm gonna farmlands it. Yeah, as such. Yeah. Did I say farmlands? Maybe a ball would be worth doing. Farm hands. If I want the stockpile, I'm gonna draw and play another stockpile here, most likely. It's kind of like between a duplicate and a goat herd. I actually like a duplicate right now. And then just plan to gain a stockpile now. Because if I gain the extra stockpile there, it's just kind of a waste of a stockpile. Forgot that I had done that. Right, so... I know this is probably just the copper, but I should have thought more about what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to... March the hero. Probably just gain a stockpile and then just buy a Witch's Hut. Witch's Hut is really awkward because you don't want to draw that before champion. No, you totally do, because then you can just march it and it's all good. Wow. Marching a Witch's Hut here would be like really funny because then I'm just like hunting down the champion. Like, do I think that sending you a curse is better than buying a stockpile? No, I'm not going to mess with it that much. Cool. This is a hand that would really suck if I didn't get the thing. I think that this is going to be another simple hand where I just, unless I'm concerned about stockpiles running. There's not really plus buys, but duplicate is a good plan. Just like play a bunch of them and then... I don't know, let's do that. Okay, so you're just going to possibly end stockpiles. Now, in this case, what I want to do is just buy 2 Witches' Huts and prevent that problem. You don't want to leave 2 stockpiles, because that's just kind of inviting your opponent to be the last person that gets to have them. But banking up Witches' Huts is awesome. And if I get to start going off with them before they get their champion down, which I think has a fairly large likelihood of happening, kind of, then that would be really nice for me. Right? Because it's that same awkward thing where it goes into your shuffle. Maybe it's not going to work out like that, though. I don't know. I'm just gonna get 2 of them here. That just seems like a good idea. Okay, awesome. Hopefully the champion first. Cool. Right, so I'm just going to take this chance to be the last person with stockpiles. Oh, you do not have any of them in exile, but I do. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Now I have as much draw as I want. I guess they do too. Are they just trashing better than me? What's going on? Are they trashing better than me just for free both games? And by for free, I mean probably with great effort expended. Maybe what I'm noticing is that my deck is full of stockpiles, and so I'm like drawing through it more slowly. I don't know, if there was some upside where I would have gotten to there's some upside where I would have gotten to send a bunch of curses, and that just kind of barely didn't happen. Not that it barely didn't happen, but it didn't happen and it could have. You know, like I could have drawn the champion at the beginning of that shuffle, and I think I didn't play the Witch's Hut. No, I did. Getting rid of all of your stockpiles is scary. You definitely need to get some duplicates now. Duplicate is like the alt VP of this game, I guess. Sure. Yeah. I also would, I think that leaving yourself a stockpile is defensible. Stockpiles. Okay, so you're just buying 2 duplicates. That's something that could have cost you $5 to do. And you just like really didn't want to go to it or anything. I guess that kind of makes sense. We could have marched one of them or something. I don't know. That just seems like a mistake to not use ball. I don't think it really matters what I discard. I'm gonna find everything. I'm not gonna find everything, but it's more like I draw however much I draw. I have my catapult here. Oh man. Alright, so now the question is like, can I win? Hang on. What's the shortest path to doing that? So what I should think about is discarding stockpiles here because I won't want to play all of them. But so let's see, I have $22 with a duplicate down. That is enough to buy ball not many times, right? Like only 3. Yeah, so I don't think I have a win. I'm like thinking if there's some fantastic way I can make Witch's Hut's cheaper by marching duplicates. So I technically buy it like for 3, but then I have to have a duplicate, which is expensive. And I can't just buy out these states, which is what I want to do. 3 Witch's Huts costs $13. Sorry, costs $10. Yeah, okay, so there's not a way that this works. I think what I'm going to do is discard 2 stockpiles because I won't play them. But I'm going to play some of them. Duplicate Witch's Hut is kind of awkward here. Province duplicate Witch's Hut. Alternately, I could Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kind of clicked twice by accident. um, did I play the champion this turn? No, I didn't. Like, maybe it's just like a soothsayer or something ridiculous. Yeah, I think that actually buying a province here would be a mistake. I think that I want Witch's Hut. Let's actually do Witch's Hut, Ball for duplicates. So how many gains do I want to have? She's 2 from duplicate. She should have 1 stockpile left, which is not many. Of course, Ball. Witch's Hut. The page is actually starting to be really nice again. Maybe I get like one of those. I don't know, that sounds stupid. So again, you have Witch's Hut. I think that I want to spend this duplicate on Witch's Hut. Oh, fuck. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Ugh. Sure, let me do this. Witch's Hut. Just buy a duplicate and then buy a province. And then that province does not feel good, but then I don't have to worry about, like, you know, whether I'm piling out. Because I think I am just ahead here. Would have been really nice to have a page this turn. I just didn't see a way to make that add up in a way that I liked. And I could have maybe found it. I don't know. But it just feels really good to be the one that has a lot of Witch's Huts, especially if this is going to turn out to be like a longer game. Maybe that was wrong, because I'm going to really not struggle to draw here. Because all of my stockpiles are suddenly gone. But it means that I get to just like draw some extra crummy coppers and stuff, so that's not so bad. Okay, yeah, I was so worried about this turn that it's turning out to be like nothing. Oh yeah, I'm trashing the cage. See, I don't mind just like gulping down the duchies like the way that we're doing. Discard 2 covers, I think. Might end up like just literally drawing everything. So I play both the duplicates. I might just be happy to... So what, you have 1 stockpile left. Might just be happy to follow her down the duchy train. In fact, buy all but 1 of them. At which point I have no money left. But a basically insurmountable points advantage, I think. have 2 duplicates down. I can buy 2 duchies. Only if I want to. I can probably, like, well, what I could do is turn this witch's hut into a page. That sounds stupid. Or turn it into an estate even, which sounds defensible. Actually, what I should do is just not trash anything. I think that sounds the most correct. Because I like the exact amount of money that I have. So okay, let's review what happens if I buy 4 duchies. Is that I start to be ahead by a lot. I lose to if they buy province duchy, but I do not think that is something that they can do because they have a catapult and 2 silvers and probably 4 coppers, so you can't afford that is the problem. Oh, and you also have the stockpile. Catapult, 2 silvers, 4 coppers. I don't think I have a whole lot of choice other than... Oh, you need 2 draw cards. So loses to province duchy. Catapult, 2 silvers, 4 coppers. And a stockpile. How much is that? That is 12, so you cannot afford to do that. Okay, I don't know. This is slightly stupid. Like the ska band, but this feels like the best line. I don't even think that they can, like, draw all their cards. I say as they draw all of their cards. Now, it puts me in a super awkward position. Let me be the first to admit it. It puts me in a super awkward position in terms of, like, obtaining further victory points. Because I can no longer afford a province, and it would be, like, kind of hard to get to that point even. On the other hand, what I can do is just buy a duchy. But yeah, the duplicates that they now have are bad because of the fact that I gained all the duchies. And if I were to not do that, then that would just be a big problem because then my duplicates would be bad. So I don't know. I felt like I was ahead this game, and now I'm, like, making choices that are weird and put me in this sort of bad position. Just the fact that I have so many witches' huts feels like I should win an even slightly longer game. Oh, if they buy a province and a duchy, then they don't end the game. So that's not a win either. I think that they cannot even do that. What would be a weird problem is if they just bought a province. Because the next turn, next turn they can buy a province and a witch's hut, assuming I can afford a duchy, which I might not. Again, I feel like I'm in a bad position, but I don't think that I had any better choices than buy 4 duchies. It might have been that province that I bought a while ago was just really inefficient. But provinces are, like, kind of fine. I don't know. Ugh. it was really inefficient because I just didn't need to score then, and I maybe could have figured out that she just was not able to draw enough cards to do anything good. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was exactly expecting. But now you're short the... Okay. Now you're short the draw from Longship. Right, so... Here, if I buy a duchy, I lose to anything. I'm in a weird position if she successfully buys a province. And I'm going to just think that I'm skeptical that she can do that. Because of the thing where she doesn't have a Longship down and she has a lot of crunk in her deck. And sorry that my screen region is shifting and squirming so much because I'm in full screen. But she has the duplicates down. Ugh. I just don't think, I mean, I don't have a better buy than duchy. What I could do is all for estates, which scores 1 extra point. I don't know. Here's what I'm going to do is buy duchy. That is, I think, the most appropriate thing. And to me, that Longship is a sign that she's not holding a Witch's Hut or anything. I feel like if you had a Witch's Hut, you would play it first. Even that Treasure Hunter is kind of a crummy card too. But yeah, what else was I gonna buy? I could have gotten 4 estates, and it would have put me in a better VP position, but just like a way worse everything else position. Like then I'm in the position where like I'm legitimately probably not gonna draw next turn anymore. But yeah, I think that this is now a win. How long have we been at this so far? Fairly long. Where did that extra... Oh, the stockpile. But you're... Yeah, right. She's still just... That didn't help anything because if I can... buy the Witch's Hut, I can still buy these estates. I don't know. Maybe that was still the right thing. I mean, that's what I was entertaining as my secondary choice last turn, but... Right, I should be careful about... Yeah, that's it. I can buy the Witch's Hut or I can buy the estates, but it's all the same. Okay. GG. So they were at 7. Okay, if they had $1 more, that would have been, you know, way more awkward. Did I switch the players around correctly? I think I did. Yeah. This is one of those boards where I think bad players want to open with Jeweled Egg. I want to open with Jeweled Egg. This is not a very interesting board other than the way that there's a lot of ways of accomplishing a similar task. Like, you're definitely going to do bargey stuff. You can trash with a Lookout, you can trash with Chapel, you can trash with Secluded Shrine. Secluded Shrine is nice because of just the fact that I mean, it does two things, but you don't need the extra dollar very much. I kind of want to do like a secluded shrine and a lookout. Like maybe this is one where you skip chapel. Problem is that chapel is so good. And if you're getting a chapel, like, you might as well get a jeweled egg. I mean, jeweled egg just lets you buy 2 jeweled eggs. I'm not going to buy dismantle. So I'm going to start with chapel. See what BitterWurmcoil does. And if she gets a jeweled egg, then it's less embarrassing if I also do it. I think I want to open with a jeweled egg. Just because it's nice that it lets you buy 2 jeweled eggs and you're trashing really fast. So it looks like we're having like perfectly the same draws. So that's a case where it doesn't matter what I drew next. In fact, it might as well have been a jeweled egg just because of this. Okay, we break the symmetry here, where I trash an extra copper. Prize goat is nice. Because it lets me buy 3 jeweled eggs right away and also trash this estate. So yeah, the shield is nice. Well, the shield is well enough, but yeah, see, that's really interesting. For her, it does not matter so much how many jeweled eggs she gets because she's going to have the initiative on them. But I think I need to get 3 of them here. Now let's see what the spoils are. Endless Chalice is kind of crummy, but actually not so bad. Hammer is good. Doubloons is basically good enough. I actually want to get this last jeweled egg now. That sounds good. So, actually, no, maybe I don't like hammer. I don't know what I'm going to get with it. The only thing that looks kind of nice is Fool's Gold. Or maybe just like a silver. Silver versus Fool's Gold is not an easy choice here. Or maybe the Lookout is also equally good. Well, no, I think Fool's Golds are better than silvers. Yeah, looks like she agrees. So then the question is, should I take 1 Lookout? I don't think so. Okay, so this is very similar how this is going. I think I have to get a barge and I'm going to get another Fool's Gold. I will take this chance to actually trash the chapel. And then I'm going to demand a Lookout. I think a second barge would be nice. I don't want the chapel anymore. Right, so... Maybe I don't want the second barge. Maybe I just want the second, just the extra fool's gold. No, I think I like them. Well, that's awkward. So I have 0 coppers in my deck. I have 2. Well, sucks. I have 2 jeweled eggs. A large amount of my deck is just like things that want to stay there forever, although it's not the end of the world if I have to trash a fool's gold. So 2/10 or 8/10 times 7/9 times 6/8. I have a 50-50 shot of seeing a jeweled egg here if I click on lookout, which I want to do. And then it also just means that like I really want to find a barge, and this helps me do that. Oh, the jewels at the bottom, that's kind of nice. Great, that doesn't bother me so much. So maybe the doubloons is actually worse than the fool's gold. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, didn't get to trash anything I wanted. It's going to give me that. Sure. And then I draw the jeweled egg without any ability to do anything about them. Okay. Wow! Maybe I was supposed to duration barge there? I don't know. I don't think so. That is really nice with the way that fool's golds work. This is just going to be a hard game from here on out, I think. But I get to buy a province at least. I'm really flattered that she is worried about me quadruple provincing. That is not going to happen. I don't think I even have that much money in my deck. I think I also am obliged to double duchy here because I'm obliged to duration barge on the next turn, hoping that I draw one, and I really ought to. I'm also not going to be able to play the lookout, so maybe that card just totally sucked all around. I mean, it would have been awesome if I got rid of a jeweled egg with it. And it did help me find the barge, which was part of the point. But yeah, the odds that I didn't have any ability to see a copper or jeweled egg with that, which is what I wanted. Like, maybe I was supposed to be secluded shrine if that was the plan. I don't think so. Because the whole point was that I was finding a barge. Training barge would be slightly nice to do. That might be something that she's thinking of, like train barge by duchy. Because that's just like another endless chalice for you. thinking of double dutching here, but like that, there's so not a way that that pans out to a win, especially because I mean it's just easier to get that many provinces and that many, or easier to get that many duchies and that many provinces to begin with. So maybe this is just province estate, and I'd just be a silly goose and hope that like somehow magically each of my opponent's turns she just continually finds all of her fool's golds out of order or something. Which that can't really happen like over and over again, but whatever. This is a tricky decision point, but I'm going to see if my client is just frozen. It was not. Okay, third province. Sure, then I will just buy a duchy, or buy a pair of duchies. Because screw it. Okay. So this is just really bad. Wait, how did you... Oh, you... Okay, so you had a duration barge that turn. I thought that that last turn was her duration barge turn. Alright, this is so over. This is roast toast on a bun. That just like totally escaped. I don't know what was up with that. It might have just been that my extra 2 jeweled egg spies were stupid. Like maybe you're only supposed to get some amount of them, because fool's golds turn out to be really nice. That just didn't... I like don't feel like I'm good with fool's gold. Alright, so... a lot of nice ways of trashing here, most of which do not lend themselves well to trashing coppers. This is a board where I'm thinking of doing shepherd stuff and using prince as a way to kind of stabilize, but that doesn't sound very good. Especially against like skirmisher stuff. And it's not like the victory points you get matter very much. Okay, so this is going to be a silver research, I think. Research is actually really nice if you don't care about the pasture. In fact, I might even just grab a second one. Or maybe it's going to be a sauna. I don't think that being sauna focused is a very good idea. Oh man. Because they get hit by cardinal nicely, except that I don't know, I'm just gonna grab them. Just take another silver. Wow. I am amenable to the skirmisher, I think. One of them sounds good. I think this is trash and estate. I really like a charm. See, if you're just buying another skirmisher, then that doesn't feel good. You need stuff that lets you buy cards. It's not like the skirmisher is that much worse than a charm as your first 5. Because the charm is just kind of a silver that has a chance of being bonus stuff if you line it up with a bunch of extra money. Yeah, Witch's Hut is nice. Especially because you're gonna want the treasure payload. Silver is a village in this kingdom, so I'm not sure. Getting to attack again is a bummer. That's nice. Do I want yet another silver? I guess I do. They're fine with research, at least. Does this end up being a prince? I doubt it. I think that this is a witch's hut and a charm. Oh. I don't like the collection. I'm actually going to even take an extra charm over the first collection. Because obviously you want them, but I don't think that we've hit that inflection point yet. Alright, I think that this is... a witch's hut and a charm. Bummer. I don't really have a lot of room to doubt my charm buy just because I feel like I was way behind even after I drew it. Or even before I drew it, I mean. Yes, that's a bummer. I don't like those collections. I don't like that sauna. Gosh damn it. Alright, here you go. Have a good next turn, maybe. God. Maybe my silvers are just bad. Okay, so that's like the turn that I'm expecting her to have. Maybe I take this chance to get the first Avanto. That feels good. And she gets to have like 3 of them. Then she doesn't attack me if she buys Avant, or if she buys maximum Avantos. Oh, God. Brutal. I think that skirmisher is past the point of being good. This just sucks. Alright, well, Cardinal's kind of good now. Isn't that both of my saunas? Ah! Was I supposed to not trigger the shuffle there? I think I was. Alright, this is over. Is that my 4th loss? I think it's my 3rd loss. So I'm not going to be in that good shape that I wanted to be. Alright, let's see if I can win each of these last 2 games. Or let me check the match. Yeah, so that's 3 losses. Alright. I have a chance of not demoting if I win both of these games. And I think if I don't, then I'm definitely demoting. Sentinel's the king, or at least the runner-up of cards that you open with and want to draw on turn 3. I think the winner of that is Blockade. Otherwise, this is not an interesting board. I think that Crypt and King's Cache can get some work done. Crystal Ball and King's Cache is also funny. Is this something where you try to get Grotto? Grotto is also... Grotto is interesting with Crypt. They do kind of the same thing. Cabin Boy is the kind of scrubby, obvious thing. I like Grotto if we like fairy Cabin Boys or something. So sure, let me take a Grotto. Maybe I should have taken the Grotto before the Sentinel in case they want to do like Messenger for Sentinels, but I don't mind just having an extra Sentinel, really. Okay, no, that is just bizarre. I don't think I'd buy it. I still want to be trashing the extra copper or trashing the estates. Like, is this something where you're like banqueting for crypts or something? What are you planning to do? Relic, like, adds up. It's not a ridiculous thing. The King's Cache idea does not work out unless you have extra buys. That means like getting a messenger return, which I don't think you can do. So I actually don't really see this board as having that much play. I think that crypts are good. Crypts are really nice with relic because you can just put the relic on them and keep finding them return. I like a Camboy. This I don't like so much. Yes, go ahead. What is nice about just bottoming 2 estates is that I definitely get to trash them. I think that's what I want to do, but I also think that I don't want to buy the extra grotto. Because that just seems like a waste. I mean, what, do you really want more than 2 grottos? I guess. It'd actually be like pretty. Oh, yeah. What is that for? Like I said, no. Cabin Boys, why don't you want to trash anything, though? That's just like a complete mystery. Here, what I think I want to do is gain a crypt and use my big hand size on it. And then also buy a relic. Ugh. So I'm probably going to draw a crypt if I play one, or if I gain one. Probably you do want to mess around with Messenger. I'm really sold on the King's Cash. So this, I want it to be a crypt. Sounds good. And then just go ahead with the Messenger 2. What's like something that stinks in their deck that has the King's Cash? I think it's just a Caravan Guard. I kind of wanted something that that I would draw. This one's funny. I think I don't want to do this, because I'm going to have $5 and not be able to leverage it at all, other than just kind of getting relics. I'm not going to do that. She set aside 4 cards. Man, I feel like I'm just losing again. Oh, wait. I have more dollars than that. Alright, well, whatever. I don't see anything better to buy than just the relic. Of course, King's Cash is just a big expensive silver right now. I was supposed to react with the caravan guard, because then I just get another one. Crud. Maybe I banquet something. That'd be funny. That would just be me being sour grapes. I think that it's just buy relic. And be sad that I didn't. Okay, well here's maybe then what I do is go back to the grotto and change that. Because I'm not playing any of these coppers. Sure. Cabin Boy I think is going to turn into another crypt. Because I need one of those pretty soon. Yeah, see, that's like an awkward hand for you, in my opinion. Put away the grotto, put away the sentinel. Check out how much money I'm going to spend exactly. I think this turn it's the king's cash, so I'm going to put away this much. Yes, I really want to draw the crypt. I also really don't. I really want the bottom of their deck to be a relic, or maybe they have it set aside still. Yeah, there's no reason for that. Okay. So what? I have kind of bad odds of drawing the crypt, quite frankly. Slightly less than 50-50, but I'm still gonna gain one. Darn. Okay. So crystal ball is kind of starting to be kind of good. 6 from that. Do I just buy 2 crystal balls? That would be kind of funny. Works with everything in my deck except for crypt, which is going to be in my hand next turn. I don't really want a third crypt very much. They just have so many cards in their hand forever. Maybe you just like don't care about getting rid of these states if you're just doing full grotto. I just can't buy that. Shouldn't say full grotto when the word is obviously gratissimo. Alright, well this sucks. This is so bad. I got nothing here. Okay. 2 cards set aside in your crypt. You have 4 cards set aside in your grotto. You have a million things in play. I think I'm gonna try to count on hitting something good with this, and if I can't afford so like that, for example, I can just play this. I guess I put everything down here. Damn. So I have a slightly large chance of hitting the other grotto if I King's Cash Crystal Ball. Not really getting anything out of it. If I like, I'm putting down one card with it. So let's just play that, but keep the deck, please. Discard that, I guess. Awesome. Discard that, I guess. Awesome. Alright, and then just buy another province and be in horrible shape. Have nothing grottoed. Nothing is sacred. Sure. Gold sounds good. You set 4 cards aside with grotto again? You have to be like bumping into those estates at some point with just the 2 grottos. I mean, I guess you're seeing your whole deck. Is that true? Oops, that was a mistake. Because I might draw the King's Cash here. Thanks. That's technically information undo. Okay. Discard that then. Well, this is just really bad. I don't know, like a cabin boy. This just sucks. When do they change this to token limbo? Or when do they change this to set aside instead of token limbo? Because she has the 3 estates. The crystal balls have been really bad. Except that there's the one of them that found messenger, I guess. But I don't think I ended up buying multiple things that turn anyway. But that one was like slightly better than being a copper. But other times I think I've seen province, crypt, and crypt with them. And maybe something else that I don't remember. Maybe like a relic once, I think. No, I found the King's Cash once, so that was like slightly fine. So you're just at double province money, which is great. I am going to indignantly play this game out. Maybe I'm not. GG's. But of course we still have another game. And I'm gonna try to win this one. She's of course checking the standings to see if she's already secured non-demotion, and she will find that she did. That was a hard game. It was a hard game that I was bad at. I don't know. I like refuse to think that I just got super unlucky, because even though I was complaining, I I don't think that it was like that bad. I just think that, like, I don't know. And I so don't believe in the no sentinel gameplay. I think that I probably like that one turn that I set aside fewer stuff in order to get an extra grotto, but then also be able to trash the estates. I think that that was like a kind of grotto error. Yeah. The thing that turn might have been set aside 3 cards and then buy nothing with the extra copper that I had. This game looks like it's going to be nothing. I think it's just going to be whoever gets more magpies wins. Maybe I shouldn't be brutally assuming that she's checking the standings, because it looks like her connection isn't good. But yeah, I think that this is like magpie. Use them for amulets. I don't think that there's really that much to do with that pile, because town crier is bad to gain, and I think that you just get idols and be sad and probably do goat herd stuff. Probably cardinal is kind of good. Probably tragic hero is pretty good. Maybe this is sort of interesting because it's not super clear what your early 5s have to be. Like this, for example. I think that this is demand something. I like a goat herd, I think. That's the case where you get town crier if you have exactly $2. That's kind of crummy. I think this is just demand magpie, because I really have to make sure that I don't not have as many magpies as my opponent. That would be a big issue. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. This I think is gain a silver. No, I think this is trash and then gain the silver next turn. Maybe you don't care about Cardinal, but you do want a Band of Misfits. Band of Misfits is nice just because sometimes Goat Herd is good and sometimes it's not, and otherwise you like a Cardinal or you like a Chariot Race or something. So that's like some good options. Each of those is like a kind of competitive card. In fact, Chariot Race is also like a situational card because sometimes you see something expensive on top of your deck and you're like, oh cool, so this is just like a free Chariot Race win. This, on the other hand, sucks. Did she trash anything? I think I'd take this chance to trash a copper. I would have gotten a nice Tragic Hero victory. I have 2 Magpies on top, so I'm not going to mess with that. Anyway, the thing about Band of Misfits is that it's not an idol, and idols are kind of nice because your Magpies can find them, so I'm going to gain 1. I don't like 0 Tragic Heroes, I think. Like, this Tragic Hero that I'm getting is just like a free nice thing. Okay, I guess it was like nothing at all, actually. Idol, I think, is just kind of obviously the best one. Oh, nice! Just kidding, it was awesome. Well, I mean, if it was just an idol, I would have found that idol, and then that's just what would have happened. Yeah, surely this is just more idling. I don't think that it really needs to be that complicated. Chariot races are good eventually, but having too much actions in your deck is kind of pointless. I think that this is just a game where things worked out for me. I don't think I did anything good. Did you trash something? Is this just province? I doubt it, honestly. I think that more idols are just good. She's gonna see her goat herd most likely. And it's gonna be kind of nice for her. I think because of that, the possibility that I would get that gift and the fact that she was gonna see, I think I could have known that she would see goat herd. I think I should have gained silver instead of trash, but it's not so big a deal. Yeah, see, idols are just fun for the whole family. Now I think it's province. I don't know. Maybe it's still idol. Maybe it's like Tragic Hero again. Meh. I mean, the only reason that I feel comfortable getting a province is because I'm like so unfairly ahead in terms of trashing. Maybe that should have just been an idol, and I just try to give you all the curses. No, I'm just gonna like demand a chariot race and then buy an idol or something. I don't think that she can reasonably catch up in VP anytime soon, so that's just kind of safe. So when I said that whoever got the most magpies wins was technically true, but also less important than the fact that this is just not a game where the players had that much leverage. I stand by my tragic hero, although in practice it worked out like very stupidly and badly. GG. Um, I'm not going to do anything about that. That looks like a great next turn. Oops, there isn't going to be a next turn. GG, I'm going to report 2 games to 4. I can report. Alright. Not much else to say. I didn't like those games very much, but, I did lose a lot of them. And maybe I would have a different opinion if I was winning. So, yeah. If I made mistakes in this match, there weren't that many of them, but I do believe that they could have been very high leverage mistakes. And I did not feel like I understood a lot of this kingdoms very well. So I'm not gonna complain that much. I'm gonna complain about the fact that I got kingdoms that were bad for me. I'm gonna complain that that I was assigned kingdoms to which my skill level was poor, and take that to my grave. All right, goodbye, everybody.